This city, it devours everything around it. It doesn't matter if you're a good person. When you come to this city, it corrupts you. This night ripper that's been going around, maybe it's the city's redemption. Maybe it's like white blood cells, that this is the city taking care of its own disease, the disease of filth and prostitution and drugs and homosexuality. Maybe the night ripper is what's actually needed. Maybe this is the catharsis of this city. You just don't understand. In New York City, we have the night ripper. All he's murdering are drug-addled prostitutes. Why is this necessarily a bad thing? Why are the police not giving this man a badge? There's no reason that we, good citizens, should be afraid of this. We should look at this as a moment of cleansing. Everything is crashing around us. It's 1989, for God's sake. What do we have to look forward to? Black music is taking over all of the charts and the airwaves. We have movies that revel. They just revel in the death and destruction and violence around us. Is this what we're turning into? Comic books. Even comic books are becoming so, quote, adult that you can't read them anymore. What happened to comic books? Superman is a killer now. This is asinine that we've allowed this country to get to this place. Why should we care that some sex workers have been killed by the night ripper? Why is this even a thing? I see the boards all lit up here. I'm not going to take any of your calls. You're just going to listen to me. All of you are going to try and tell me that, oh, they had families. Well, their families let them down, and they in turn let down this country and this city specifically. This is not about them. This is not even about the night ripper. This is about us. What is going on in New York right now is emblematic of what's happening in this country. We are pissing it all away. It was morning in America just 9 years ago. Now it's perpetual night. It's amazing that we've allowed it to get to this point, people. How did we allow this to happen? I know how we allowed it to happen. You people out there. You people listening to the terrible music. You people not caring about your fellow man. You people patronizing these prostitutes, these streetwalkers. All a prostitute is a disposable person. You rent them for when you need them, and then you're done with them. They're a disposable person, literally and figuratively. No one's gonna miss them. If their parents cared about them at all, if their friends, brothers and sisters cared about them at all, they would never be prostitutes right now. Oh, they're hooked on drugs. It's not their fault. They took drugs. Drugs are a scourge running across this country, running unchecked. There are all these idiots that want to, oh, pot is legal. No, pot should not be legal. None of this stuff should be legal. I, of all people, am not asking for some moral majority. We all know, as listeners to this show, I am not a religious person, but I'm a moral person. And morality is totally gone in this day and age. We're about to go into the goddamn 1990s. And what do we have to show for it? Nothing. We have nothing to show for it except being drugged further and further down into this sewer. Eventually, someone in this city, some mayor, some governor, some local city councilman is going to reach up their hand and ask for help, and they're going to say, save us. And those of us who are at the top are going to look down and say, no. We'll go to your calls in a few minutes. Now, here's a song. So, Sarah, my sometimes co-host and full-time engineer here, she thinks I'm being too harsh about this. Sarah, how am I being too harsh about there's a man running around cleaning up the city. He's getting rid of prostitutes and drug dealers. Why is this a problem?
Nathan, we have talked about this off air, and these women are not hurting anybody. They're out there doing a job. If people didn't want them to be doing that job, they wouldn't be doing that job. You don't stand out there and make no money for weeks on end. They're needed, they're asked for, and this son of a bitch is just going around and killing all of them.
They can get a real job. McDonald's is always hiring. Instead of leeching off of the state, they're literally sucking the blood out of this city amongst other bodily fluids.
Oh, they're sucking the blood out of the city when you're telling them to go and get them a minimum wage job where they're going to be harassed by their boss anyway. I mean, they're going to be having sex on the job. They might as well get paid well for it.
At least if they had that job, they'd be paying taxes, and they wouldn't be spreading the gay disease. Remember, AIDS started as a gay disease. AIDS, anally injected death sentence. And now straight people are getting it because of all the depravity out there.
And if it was legal, then you could tax it. Well, we were talking about this last week, and it just ended up with a yelling match again. Yet you are supposed to be the voice of the people. If people can't even understand what you're saying because you are losing your damn voice, then you're not saying anything to the people. And I don't think you're saying anything to the people tonight either.
Look, you're not from this city. You don't know what it's like. This city is a cesspool. It changes you. Even since you've been here, you've gotten me. You know what? I would almost borderline say you've gotten dykish since you've been in this city. That's what this city does to people.
That's only because I'm here for 12 hours a day next to you? Even the straightest Miss America woman would start looking at Poon if she had to spend that much time with you. And after I'm with you, then I'm out and going to my car at 3 a.m. because we can't get a reasonable hour. And then you think that the hookers are the scariest thing on the street. The hookers I wave to, I know their names because that is all that I see when I'm walking home, because I don't even have enough money from what you pay me to have a damn car in this city.
Yeah, but I put you to work. If it wasn't for me, you would be out there selling yourself. At least here, you have air conditioning, you have heat. I take good care of those women that are next to me.
I'd be in Bristol if you weren't paying me. If I wasn't dumb enough to take this job, I would have taken that job over GNN. And then I'd be talking about football like I cared about it.
Right now, you're not in danger of the Night Ripper. Why? I took you off the street. The Night Ripper is only taking the bad people. I know when you're on your knees, you're doing it out of love. You're not doing it for money.
Honey, sometimes I do it out of boredom.
All right, we're going to take some calls in a few minutes. We're going to take another break quick because somebody needs something put in their mouth so they know when to shut the hell up.